Portugal real estate investments. How to get Portugal residency by buying real estate. Prices of real estate in Portugal have greatly dropped. Nevertheless, Portugal's real estate sector hasn't actually experienced the boom many European countries have. Even when I was first there in 1993, the place had missed the early 1990s boom that pushed values up in Spain and Italy. This has caused banks to now try to unload properties by rolling out discounts over 12 to 13%, available for foreign investors to snatch up as many as 10,000 homes this year. BCP is leading the way with heavy discounts. There are thousands of properties available on sale in the warm tourist spots like the Algarve and rustic central Portugal. Portugal's Golden Residence Permit gives instant residence to anyone investing $500,000 in one or more properties. The beauty of this is you can actually spread the investment out over multiple properties, so you can use some of the value for your own overseas residence, and the rest for investment. These have really offered an opportunity for investors seeking for second residence in Europe. Golden Residence Permit can equally be acquired by investing €1 million into just about any company in Portugal, or creating 10 new jobs in a business, similar to the US EB5 program. However, real estate is our focus here. Portugal, just like the USA, has started to experience huge amounts of Asian real estate investors who are more than willing to put in €500,000 for the right to live and travel anywhere in the Sunshine Zone. Investors become permanent residents in Portugal after living in Portugal for over 5 years, and after 6 years, they will be able to nationalize in Portugal. Though I tend not to be hugely bullish on European investments for obvious reasons, Portugal has gotten the short end of the stick, being lumped in with Spain and Italy each time a friend of mine returned from vacationing in Italy. I asked them how many strikes they dealt with during their trip, and the answer has never been zero. Alternatively, in the case of Spain, it's sometimes total chaos in some cities. Portugal still keeps getting incoming orders prior to the government's efforts in constitutionalized property protection after the 1974 revolution, and hasn't supported any of the occupations of apartments that the Spanish government has made government policy by letting jobless homeowners squat for 2 years. Also, while Americans were submissive to real estate shopping sprees, center-right Portuguese officials weren't pushing mortgages to unqualified buyers. This explains why 2006 was the only quasi-boom year for local real estate. No ninja loans meant no wild speculation. People bought houses to live in, not to become millionaires. And austerity, among other factors, helped put the brakes on the whole thing. Sprawling developments of tacky-tract homes that swallowed up huge areas of exurbia have never been noticed in certain areas of the country. You'd see dozens of cheapo developments on top of old farmland heading through isolated areas far west of Dublin on the M4 freeway while driving through conservative Ireland. This more reserved environment has led to some old-school tourist destinations which have retained their authentic charm are now available at much lower prices thanks to uniformly lower real estate values. Portugal is leading the European Union export train with exports of over 10% in 1 month lately. Locals seem to get that the party of endless spending on imported goods and the luxurious lifestyle that comes with is over. Rather than threaten revolution like the Spanish, they're actually taking out the initiative to focus on their business strengths such as agriculture and even clothing and shoes that are always in competition with Chinese products. For wine lovers, by spending a day or two inside the Douro Valley, you'll realize that northern Portugal is the center of all types of wines you'll never find anywhere else. Portugal is an ideal place for those looking for a European property investment with a warm weather climate. The nonsense going on there pales in comparison with other southern European big states. And you're likely to find a good deal depending on the type of property you're looking to get. For those who prefer a more rural setting, for barely $100,000, you'll find a few 5-bedroom, nearly 2,000 square foot houses in central Portugal villages. However, apartments Lisbon will run $200,000 and up for more cramped quarters in the city centre, or 1,000-ish square feet as you head a few stops on the metro line. You can equally join former investors like the Beatles and own a home in the party-friendly beach areas of the Algarve down south. Values there have made properties quite attractive to rich Russians and Chinese looking to establish a second residence in Europe. You'll need to hold your investment through the 5-year investment window if you're investing for a residence permit. It is a good practice to avoid using your offshore corporation to buy real estate in Portugal, as you'll be exposed to hefty transaction taxes. Fortunately, foreign real estate owned in your name is not a reportable financial asset in the United States. This makes owning an overseas property a great way of diversifying your assets in a place you would love to settle in. Portugal is a nice place to invest in, and though I would always recommend you keeping your offshore bank account in a separate country from your second residence, if you like the Mediterranean climate, the local wine, the port wines in Porto, beautiful cliffs, and fairy tale castles like those in Sintra and gorgeous landscapes, then Portugal is the place you should consider. Portugal's negotiable real estate prices and openness to lowball bidders renders its beautiful sites affordable to everybody who ever dreamed of settling in Portugal, no matter where you look to settle in. What are you looking for? What are you looking for?